Thank you for logging in to today's webinar. We're going to talk about the scholarship application process. And this is strictly for College of Education students, so I just want to be clear that if you are from another school or college, to go to your school or college for that information, this is really geared for education students. The process today that we're going to be covering is for funds that are available for the 2018-2019 award cycle. Funds for this academic year have already been awarded. We do award about 6 months in advance. Objectives for today are to, again, go over the general eligibility requirements for College of Education scholarships. We're going to talk about the process because it is different this year, much to your benefit, we hope you see as we do, and then the timeline for the award cycle this year. Okay, so in general, for eligibility, you must be a College of Education student, and that must be on your record. So as Dan is going to talk about a little bit later, the process this year is really linked to the student data system. So if you are going to be switching majors into the College of Education, but you just haven't done it yet, you will need to make sure that your record is accurate at the time that scholarships are awarded, which is early next year, but the sooner the better. Your minimum GPA for undergraduate students, you must have at least a 2.5 GPA, and for graduate students, it's a 3.0. You have to submit an application, and we'll walk you through that process shortly. And also, just as a note, a number of our scholarships, but not all, require demonstrated financial need. The way that financial need is demonstrated is by the FAFSA. So if you want to be considered for scholarships that require financial need, you would have to have a FAFSA on file and be deemed as financially needy through that process. Okay, so yay, a new system this year for the 18-19 award cycle. It's called Academic Works. It's really a one-stop shop for scholarships, not only private scholarships held within the College of Education, but also private scholarships held in the Office of Student Financial Aid. So you'll come into one portal, be able to submit your information in your scholarship application. You'll be considered for any and all scholarships that you are eligible for and that you apply for, both within the College of Education and at financial aid. In the past, you at least had to fill out 2 separate applications. And please just, again, to reiterate, the information, some of it is going to be automatically loaded into the application itself, and that information is drawn from the student system, so make sure that it's correct. That goes for your major and your minor, as well as some other information. And one thing to think about while you're looking at the scholarship and the information that we're going to present, when we say scholarship in the system, it's referred to as an opportunity. So just keep that in mind.
And my name is Dan Modrich, and I'm a data analyst for financial aid. Academic Works is a brand new system, and in the next couple years, it will be encompassing the entire university. But as Julie had mentioned right now, this is essentially a system for the financial aid private scholarships, as well as any and all College of Education private scholarships that they offer through their system. We're essentially condensing everything into one overall system, and it should be relatively straightforward once you actually get there. The very initial screen from the wayne.academicworks.com system is going to be this login screen. The login is going to be your exact same login that you use for any Wayne State system now, your academic login, whatever that may be, in my case AC2112, and you go in through here and log in just like normal. It'll take you essentially to the very beginning of the general application. There are about between 5 to 7 questions that we ask you to answer, so most of them are required. This will actually help build your student profile. Again, the student profile is based on your general application that you see here, as well as the information that we do import from our student information system. The overall goal from the general application is going to be able to match you with any and all scholarships that we have in the system. That process will be done on our end after the application process closes, but the more information we have, the better off we will be able to match you accurately and with more scholarships that we do have out there. The applicant record that you see here, that came from a small box in the left-hand corner there, those are most of the fields that get brought over from our student information system. These fields are not editable by us in any way, shape, form, or another, so we do rely on the students to make sure that their applicant record through the registrar's office and their their college is correct. So things like your major, your minor, the expected graduation date, anything like that, we do ask that you try to verify and keep as up to date as possible. We do send this information over on a weekly basis, at least, if not every day. So if you see something on your applicant record that's a little off, please give it some time once you've corrected it, and it should get updated in there. If not, please let us know, and we will look into that one on our own. Once you finish the general application, it will bring you to a secondary page, which, like this one, says recommended opportunities. Recommended opportunities are opportunities that essentially require you to do something else. If you remember from the financial aid private scholarship, or maybe scholarships through the College of Education here, some of them require an essay, some of them require references, some of them require anything that requires additional information from you is going to come from here. You do not have to do anything with any of these scholarships that are recommended. It's just up to you if you would like to or not. As it says up top, and you have a hard time seeing it on the screen here, but you'll be able to see it much more detailed on your own. These are just recommended. It doesn't necessarily mean that you are qualified for them right off the bat. It just means that you possibly may be, and it recommends that you actually try to submit the rest of the documentation that's required. Once we also have more students in here, you will see the secondary application, which is a couple of questions from the College of Education that are specifically related to College of Education scholarships. These things, again, you can submit for, you cannot, that's up to you entirely, but the more information that we do get from you, the more scholarship aid we actually can award to you. There is a list of all opportunities that we do have, and again, as Julie mentioned earlier, all opportunities is essentially all scholarships that we have loaded in the system. These are currently, right now, just the College of Education and the financial aid private scholarships, but over time this will incorporate essentially every scholarship that Wayne State has that's through any department. You'll be able to at least view them, you'll see what's there, you'll see the requirements that are there. They will have detailed description when you highlight or when you go in there to allow you to know which ones, what the requirements are, major, minor, grade point, anything from high school where you graduated, anything like that in there you'd be able to find in each separate opportunity. Each one of these are searchable as well, so if you know a specific scholarship that you're looking for, you can type that in the keyword function there, and it'll bring that specific one up as well. As you've gone through and you complete your general application and the conditional application, you'll see on the very far right the column that says apply or not will actually change. Once it basically says that there's nothing else needed, there's nothing that's needed for you in order to apply it, you will automatically be considered in there. So don't worry about it if you see things change over as you're going through your application. That just means that everything should be all set in order for you to be considered for those awards. And again, our scholarship timeline, we anticipate this to be up and running fully by December 1st of this year. And at that time, please submit your application as best you can. If you have any questions, you can always come into the Student Center, and we will have everybody there who at least is able to try and help you through this as best as possible. The link to this application will be on the College of Education homepage as well as the financial aid site as well. This application will be open until March 1st, 2018. That is for everything. That means any sort of extra documentation you may have needs to be in by March 1st, as well as the FAFSA needs to be submitted and accepted by Wayne State by March 1st. The awards for this will be announced sometime in May 2018, and it looks like the College of Education will have their awards reception on June 26th of 2018 as well. Tentatively, for the next couple years, the 2019-2020 applications will be available earlier from from October 1st, 2018 through February of 2019, and future 2020-2021 applications are available from October 1st, 2019 through December 1st, 2019. This is a brand new system for both financial aid as well as education, and education was, it's been a big help for us as well to be able to pioneer this program with the College of Education. So please bear with us as this is new for everybody. We know there's going to be questions. We anticipate a lot of them, but please feel free to submit any question you have either to the College of Education Scholarship Committee, and we've given the website there as well as financial aid, myself, again, Dan Modrich, as well as Sarah Erskine, another data analyst. We're from financial aid. The main number there is 577-2100. Scholarships at wayne.edu is the inbox that gets to both Sarah and myself. Feel free with any questions that you have, any sort of concerns you may have as you're going through the process. Just know that you won't have anything specific that says you will get anything up until after March 1st when we start making our decisions at that point. Julie?
Great, thank you, yeah. So again, I want to just highlight that in terms of the eligibility requirements, those are what need to be in place at the time the funds are awarded. So keep in mind that if your status changes in any way from the time when a scholarship was awarded to you to the fall semester, say when the funds are actually dispersed, that may have an effect on disbursement of your award. We try our best, and with the system it will better aid us in matching qualified students to the scholarships that are available, but we understand that circumstances change, but that will potentially have an effect on the scholarship award. Okay, well, you have our contact information. If you need to reach us, please feel free to do so. And once again, we thank you. Thank you, Dan.
Oh, thanks for having me on. I appreciate it.
Yep. Thank you, Jeff and Mary, for getting us set up.
And good luck, everybody.